What are awake times and how can they help you and your baby? In this video, I'm going to tell you what awake times are, why they are so important, and how and when to use them. Hi, I'm Polly from the Sleep Project. We make educational content and free tools to help adults, kids and babies with their sleep. Stick around until the end of the video and I'll tell you how you can download our specially selected pack of sleep aids and other tools. Some parents feel restricted by routines and would like more flexibility while still being able to meet their children's sleep and feeding needs during the day. Using awake times can give you that flexibility whilst making sure that your child is falling asleep at their optimum moment. Awake times are also used to make sure that whilst your child is awake, she is the best version of herself, happy, content, feeding well, interacting with the world, and generally able to thrive. So what are awake times? Well, awake times are also known as awake windows or nap gaps, and are quite simply the time from when your baby wakes up to when they are asleep again. This could be between the time they wake in the morning until their first morning nap, or between naps, or from the last nap until they go to bed at night. A common mistake is thinking that an awake time is from the moment the baby is awake to the moment you start thinking about putting them down again, but then realise you have to change their nappy, take them up to the bedroom, sing them a lullaby, etc., by which point they have missed their perfect awake slot and moved into overtiredness and they are not happy about going down at all. Another common mistake is to wait until your child is showing signs of being tired, for example yawning, rubbing eyes or itching their nose. This is normally too late too, unless you have ninja speed at getting your child into their bed at first yawn, and even then it may be too late. So why is this so important? If your child stays awake for too long during the awake windows, this often causes overstimulation and overtiredness. As a result, it will be much harder for your child to fall asleep for their next sleep period. They are more likely to protest and they will therefore need much more assistance from their parents to fall asleep, for example rocking or feeding. And it is less likely that they are able to fall asleep independently. If your child is overtired when they go down, the quality of sleep for that sleep period is not quite as good and they are more likely to wake earlier from their nap than they would normally. If they are consistently getting overtired, then all sleep will start to get harder for them and their nights are likely to be more disturbed. So how and when do we use awake times? Awake times are individual for every child. Whilst we can generalize and say that most X-age children will have X awake time, it can vary. Sometimes as little as a minute or two, but that minute or two can be crucial. Have a look at our free sleep needs document to find awake times for the age of your child. It can also be a good idea to look at your watch when your child wakes. Make a note of the time, then try putting them down at the stated awake time for their age. If they are very difficult to put down, then for the next sleep period, try putting them down 5 minutes earlier. If they seem wide awake and content and don't fall asleep within 5 to 15 minutes, then maybe push their next awake time 5 minutes longer. The key is to tweak until you find the perfect time for your child to fall asleep. The first awake time is from the time your child wakes up in the morning until they are sleeping again for the first nap of the day. As a general rule, for the first year of life, this awake time is normally shorter than all other awake times throughout the day. Awake times are great to work with for the first 6 months of life, where sleep can be really sporadic and irregular, when your child may not have a structured routine, but you still want to cover their sleep needs. You can use awake windows whilst your child is having any form of nap during the day, and they get longer as your child gets older. So here are a few of the Sleep Project top tips. Just remember, the awake time is from the time your baby wakes to the point that they are asleep again. The difference of a couple of minutes could mean that your child goes down happily or unhappily and therefore needs more help to fall asleep. Tweak the times for your own personal time for your child. Awake times generally increase 5 minutes every week for the first 6 months of life. If your child is well rested, either because they have good quality night sleep or have great naps, you might find that their awake times increase slightly. You know if your child is ready for a slightly longer awake time because when you put them down, they are happy and seem like they want to play, but don't fall asleep within 5 to 15 minutes. If you found our content helpful, click on the link below to download our free guide to flexible schedules and awake times for your baby at every age. Before you do though, please leave a comment below to let us know what sleep-based topics you'd like covering in our upcoming videos, and we'll see you there soon.